Welcome back. I am back. If you ever see that behind me, that is a Quran, or that is Surat An-Nas. It's in block textiles, so if you can see, it's you can't really see it right now, but it's shiny. It looks nice at night. There's different colors. Anyways, let me know if you'd like it. Let me know in the comments. It's locally sourced, so I can get that to you if you'd like for $25 or $35, one of those two prices. Anyways, yeah. So let me know about that in the comments, as well as please use the comments. Please tell me what you think about my videos. Let me know with any feedback, anything you want to see, anything you don't want to see, anything you don't like, whatever it is. Please let me know in the comments. It's good to see I'm getting more views. I just wish that was used a little bit more. Anyways, escape externality and move into reality. What does that mean? Chances are you're probably not thinking what I am, and it might not be a correct articulation of what I'm thinking, but escape externality. Let's focus on the first bit. What is externality? Or what do I think externality is? What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is how we engage with the world, is how we perceive everything. 99.9% of everything we consume, or 99.99% of the measures we use are external. We often look to other people to see how we are performing. We compare ourselves to others. You've been told, don't compare yourself to others all the time. You can't not do that. Especially when you're in public, especially when you're amongst other people where they're sharing their test scores and you're sharing yours, and they're doing better than you, and you're feeling like, shoot, my score kind of sucks. This must be because I suck, or this must be because X, Y, or Z. But what you'll find is that no one is a correct measure of what it's like to be you. No one is a correct measure of how good you need to be. And that's because no one has had the same life as you. You can try and narrow down all the categories you can. You can say, oh, I'll compare myself to the whole world. Well, that's a bit too broad. Okay, let me compare myself to everybody my age in this country. Okay, fine, compare yourself to them, but it's still not a good understanding, because maybe they had this kind of upbringing. Maybe they had two-parent or one-parent household, or maybe they grew up in a religious household, or maybe they didn't. Okay, fine, let's go same religion or same upbringing, similar upbringing, same town, whatever. Even then, not accurate, because they're different people. And this is the trap we fall into, is because we are social creatures, because we all depend on each other to see whether we are doing good or whether we are not. We are part of a community. Problem is, it doesn't work to correctly attune us to who we need to be. If we use an analogy of a race, if you look at someone who's racing with another person or a whole group of people, and let's say you're in second place or third place or fourth place, and there's the people in front of you, your main goal as a race would be to pass all these people, would be to become first place. And let's say you are successful in doing so. Let's say you do get to first place, and now you are slightly ahead of second place. What you'll want to do then is you'll want to slack off. You'll want to go as slow as possible, because it is the least exerting activity, and you still win. Why would you try so hard to win? Then you're just being a tryhard, right? That's what we get told. Anyways, whole nother issue. We get to we get to first place, and we're ahead of this person, and we feel successful. And we get to the end of the race, and we finish with the time of 6 minutes, 14 seconds. And the person behind you, 6:17, right? You're 3 seconds ahead. You had a good gap that you could feel comfortable with, and then you went as slow as possible, that you can maintain the lead. Now, if we were to isolate ourselves, and now put us in the same analogy, the same race, except there's no one, you would perform better simply because of the fact you're watching this video. And what do I mean by that? Well, you're watching this video because you always try your best at things, and that includes yourself. And you've applied this same idea to yourself, and that's why you're here, still listening to these videos time after time after time. And by listening to these, you'll understand, or by understanding this analogy, you'll see that when you do perform that race, when you are isolated and you give it your full go, You will put 100% of your effort in with zero comparison. And you will end up getting a time of 6 minutes and 7 seconds. And that is only because you didn't compare yourself to the people around you. Now, you could argue, well, I'm in second place and that first place is a good measure, or it's a good competition, or it's good motivation. That isn't sustainable. And that isn't a reliable identifier of who you are. Because let's say you don't pass that person. You'll feel like a failure. You're in second place. Second place is the first loser. Or you're in third place, or whatever place you're in. All these people beat me. And you say, well, I lost to all these people because they're just better than me, and I just suck. And then you end up quitting or whatever it is, or you end up stop racing, or you end up stop going to do this extracurricular sport, or you end up stop trying to do so well in this subject. But in reality is we never got to see our true capability because we never really went independently on how good we need to be. So we need to escape this externality, and we need to move into reality. So what is reality? Reality is what we perceive reality to be. I mean, look up the definition of reality. It's simply our interpretation of everything. So what does that mean? Our interpretation of everything means it's up here. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind that tells us if we're doing good enough or not. I often see that when I am performing well and I compare myself to others around me, and I get that boost that's like, hey, I'm doing good at this. You know what? I'm chilling. And I looked back and I've seen this happen to me as I begin to slow down. There's no need to perform so well to do 100% just so I can maintain the lead, right? If I'm doing good, okay, that's all right. I'll just continue doing what I'm doing, and you'll slowly with time slip that hardcore energy that brought you where you were. And on the other end, you'll see that if you're not doing as well as everybody, well, I'm clearly not doing enough work, or well, I'm clearly not good enough. And with my life, I see when I am looking like I'm behind a few people, I start to try harder. And it's been tough because I've been trying to escape that comparison and try to achieve what I want and how much I want it. And the value in that is that we get purpose. We get a point in life. As Muslims or as Christians or as believers in God, and if you're not, let me land. As believers in God, we look to God for purpose, but we often don't find it because we pray mindlessly. We do all these deeds mindlessly. We do them without intent because we don't understand it. We don't understand the value of it. And to understand the value of it, I can't tell you the value of it. You have to understand it yourself. But to first get to that, you have to understand who you are. Because you have to understand what you value. You have to understand where you lie. You have to understand which position you put yourself, where you put yourself in this position. You have to understand how you react, or whatever it is, instead of the other metrics that identify who we are from external things, externality. We have to separate ourselves from reality, what we perceive to be reality, everyone else, to accomplish the true reality. In isolation, we get to truly see what we want. We don't look at anyone else to say, hey, this is what I want, or hey, this is what they want, or whatever. And you also have to rid yourself of the pleasures that come along with life. Because what the pleasures along with life will do is they will distract you from deriving that purpose. What you'll feel, and the chances are by you watching this, is that you feel deep down broken because the things that you do for fun or the things you occupy your time do not align with what you want. It hurts because you continue to move every day and you're simply just not aligning to your truest self. You don't know who you are. You don't know what you want from life. And that's the problem with most people. And I've managed to find that because of my independent nature, because I isolated myself significantly. Because I continuously do so. I spend 4 days of the week outside engaging with the world, doing all the other things. And I've been blessed to be given the opportunity where I'm now in the weekends alone or by myself, where I can find that location that I need to move towards. I am so happy with doing whatever I want to do. I don't feel alone. I don't feel scared. I don't feel anything because I put my faith in God. So, like I said, Escape externality. Put yourself in independent. Put yourself into reality, into who you are. Then from there you connect to God in a beautiful way that you will only be able to find out how. That you have to yourself find out how. So you're watching this video. When you're done with it, it's a great, valuable opportunity to explore your mind. I'm going to continue to reiterate this point of exploring your mind in all my videos because it's important, because it's the basis of who we are. It's how you live a life that is full of purpose, where you know where you're going, not cluelessly wandering around biting any candy or apple we see that is the pleasures of life, to fill the time and the pain that we don't know who we are or what we want. And I'm still struggling with this. It's really been back and forth with me lately. I've been I see who I am and who I want and what I want. And then I see the fruits and the sweets of life. And I'm very happy to go towards my direction, but it's kind of fatiguing me at this point, if I'm being honest. But I'm going to explore that further and see where that goes. I've been trying to work on my sleep. My sleep's been poor. So if I get that up, maybe that'll boost it. But either way, I see what I want. I'm happy with what I want. I want to go where I want. I'm free from all the things that normally burden people. And I'm not saying that from an ego standpoint. I'm saying that from a do this and you can free yourself from the pains of the world that many people, many people engage with. This is all you need to know, but you just need to embrace it. So to that, I say good luck and take care.